Hello, and welcome to today's video where we are going to be going through the boot camp in the Gold Saucer. So it is pretty difficult, and you need to really make sure that you got a good deck. As you can see, I got a score of 89 when I did it, and it is pretty hard. You go for 3 rounds, but the deck that I choose, and it's a deck that you will also have access to when you first reach the Gold Saucer, but I've got Security Officer, 2 Mandragoras, a Cactuar, Posh Chocobo, Space Ranger, Haunted Hotel, Loveless, 2 Thugs, Moogle Trio, Chocobo Jockey, Saucer Squad, Dio, and Grand Horn. So the reason I've got Security Officer is to basically get pawns above, below, and to the right, which is pretty beneficial because you need to have as many pawns on the field as possible. I've got 2 Mandragoras because they give you a card back, and the more cards that you've got to dispose on the game, the better your chances are of succeeding. Cactuar because it basically enhances cards as well as puts pawns on the field. Posh Chocobo, just in case we win a lane, we can get a bit more bonus to make sure we win the game. Space Ranger because the final stage of Ifrit basically enhances all of your cards around like the middle area, and as many as the enemy will enhance, this Space Ranger will be really powerful. Haunted Hotel, basically just if you place it in the middle lane, you can enhance a lot of your cards, which makes it quite useful. Loveless, again, just enhancing your own cards. Thug, we can place it wherever we want on the field to try and gain some pawns back. Now it is a high power card as well, it gives us a strength of 4, which is very good. Moogle Trio, all of them have a card in the centre, and I use Moogle Trio because it does diagonal pawns so it can go around it, rather than the straight ones such as Security Officer, Mandragora, and pretty much everything else on the deck that we've currently got. Chocobo Jockey gives us a score bonus of 10, which is similar to the Posh Chocobo, however that only gives us a 3, that gives us 10, which is pretty nice. Same thing as Moogle Trio, I've got the Saucer Squad. It can do a wide range of pawns, it can do diagonal, it can do straights, so very useful. Dio, again, so raise power by 1 for each of the enhanced allied and enemy cards, which is similar to the Space Ranger, but it works for allied cards as well. And Grand Horn is just in case we have to replace any of our cards, we can use this and gain pawns back that the enemy might take. But hopefully that all made sense, and we're going to get right into how this works. Now, honestly, there is a lot of this that can be quite RNG based. If your starting hand isn't the best, then good luck, but we'll get going and see how this goes. So, our starting deck is Security Officer, Dio, Haunted Hotel, Grand Horn, and Saucer Squad. What I want to do is get rid of Grand Horn and Dio. I want to be using Dio on the final one when it makes the most sense with his allied cards. Now we're pretty much just hoping that we get... So actually I'm going to get rid of Saucer Squad as well. Just hoping for some 1-pawn cards so we can really enhance this field. So another thing you can do is also save cards for a round ahead of time, which can be quite useful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a Haunted Hotel down here. Should enhance the cards if we get a chance to place them above and below, so it should open up a lot of opportunities for us. Now, I'm going to place Cactuar here. Now at the bottom we've got a +5, so we should be able to win that bottom lane pretty easily. And next up, I want to use a Gigantoir here. No, I don't. I want to use a Gigantoir there. Then I can stick Thug on that bottom 2-pawn. So if I stick him there, I win both of them tiles. But it should give us access to basically use all of these enhancement cards. So what I want to do is place Security Officer there. And then I'll place Loveless in the 2-pawn. So that would make it 9 and 11. So we could use this Gigantoir. I might use this. We could save it for another round, but because he's winning that bottom lane, we are pretty much forced to use it. If you are lucky and you don't have to use it, it's great because you can always use it in a different round, but we've got to deal with what we've got, so let's just see how this goes, really. And also, no one gets the bonus card in the middle because no one won that lane. We tied. So far, 24 points. They're on 0. That's a good start. Okay, so this time we want to try and save Dio for the next round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Posh Chocobo here. Actually, yeah, I might use Posh Chocobo there. And then Space Ranger to win that, well, to get all pawns on that second lane that we've got. So we'll do that. Now we've got pawns all over the field. If we can win that bottom lane, that'll make it very useful for us. But we've got no pawns. Everything else is a 1 pawn, and we've only got 2 pawns. Okay, let's see if they can get less than 6 on that bottom row, then we're fine. They did not. Okay, cool. They might pass up. They're getting as many points as they can. We will get 2, so 4 and 4 up there. We might win the top lane if we're lucky. It'll turn into Diamond Dust. Let's just see. Okay. So, oh, they won the top lane as well. Okay. Let's see how the third round goes. Because they're only a point above us. And because we've got Dio, it might make it quite powerful. So, we've actually got a lot of good cards here. We've got Saucer Squad, so we can do a lot of pawns in the field. We're actually going to start with Mandragora in the middle there. And that way I might be able to stick Chocobo Jockey on the bottom one, gives a score bonus of 10. And because of that, I want to make sure that I win that, because it's going to make the lane more powerful. Okay, let's use Mandragora Minion and try and strengthen that middle one. Then I can try and get Dio in there. So if I can get 3 pawns in there, that would be great. So now we'll use Mandragora there. Just wait for them to play something. Okay. And we'll use Bigger Minion there. And we can replace that for Grand Horn then. So if we replace with Grand Horn. Oh, they won that bottom lane. Okay, so if we use Thug, could be good. It's got a high strength. I think that's probably our best bet for now. Then we need to use Dio. And that'll go to 14. So all they've got is 1 singular pawn left. And we've won that. So let's see the total score. Yeah, we've won. So it was a bit rocky. And it is very RNG based. But if you use your cards well, you will be able to win. And just so you know what it is, the card that you win obviously is Sephiroth, and if you're curious as to know what it does, if I can just try and find him, there he is. So when played, destroy enemy cards on affected tiles, which is above and below. I'll just stick him in the deck. If I just save and quit, I'll hover over it, you can see it a bit bigger. So when played, destroy enemy cards on affected tiles. So it places the pawn on your left and your right and destroys cards above and below. It won't destroy allied cards, it'll just be your enemy cards. But that's the card that you win. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, it can be a bit rocky. Obviously, I didn't really manage my pawns very well because I had 2 pawns, like 2 pawn cards instead of the 1 pawns that I needed for that second round. But we still ended up winning. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it, share it with anyone if anyone else is struggling that you know. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.